Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am reviewing the Kylie Cosmetics I Want It All palette. So right here in this palette you do get 9 eyeshadow shades, you get a blush and a highlighter for $54. In my personal opinion, I think it is kind of pricey, but I'm a cheap bitch. So yeah, I just thought that I would actually review a Kylie product because so many of you guys were requesting it, and I asked you guys on Snapchat if you guys want me to do a review of this palette. I honestly never thought that I'd be purchasing a Kylie product. You guys know how I feel about her products, and you guys know how I feel about her even selling products. I said it numerous amounts of times before in a video, but I'm getting back on this YouTube train and I'm gonna be doing reviews and more tutorials of what you guys want me to do, so I definitely took your guys' opinions and your guys' wants and bought this fucking palette and did a review slash tutorial on it. So yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing this tutorial slash review, I definitely have more information in the video, so go ahead and keep on watching. But make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you guys turn on your post notifications if you want to get notified when I upload a new video, and make sure you guys like this video because that'll really help me out. I can't fucking talk right now. It's literally 4 o'clock in the morning right now and I just cannot talk. I'm starting to fall asleep. Like this video because it'll really help me out, okay? So go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, so getting this Kylie Cosmetics I Want It All palette review started, you get 9 eyeshadows and 1 blush and 1 highlighter. So the eyeshadows are 1.40 grams of color, which is actually a decent amount because if you look at the ColourPop single eyeshadows, you get 1.20 grams. So that is pretty good. Now, the first thing I'm going to go ahead and start off with this review slash tutorial is that I'm sure you guys have seen before. I'm actually kind of shocked that I even bought this damn palette because I've said before I'm not going to support her and her brand only because I feel like she's very money hungry and I feel like she's doing it for all the wrong reasons. She's not doing it because she loves makeup. She's not doing it because she loves the artistry or she loves her customers or anything like that. She's doing it because she wants the money. And my first biggest complaint with that is that she doesn't offer any returns or exchanges on her website. And to be honest with you guys, I kind of felt that was a little bit of a clear indicator that she just is doing it for the fucking money, because she is the only site that I know personally, because looking at Anastasia, looking at Jeffree Star, looking at any other brand, they all offer returns and exchanges except she does not. So I thought that that was a little bit money hungry of her, because it's kind of like, okay, you know, if somebody buys your product, they're shopping online, so it's hard for them to know what shades are going to work out for them. So they're like, oh, I look at this right here and I think that it's going to look good on me, and then they buy it and it turns out to be a different color on their skin tone. I think that they should be able to exchange it at least. Okay, maybe not return, I totally understand, because that does get a little bit messy, but they should at least be able to exchange it for a different color. So she doesn't offer any exchanges or returns on her website, so honestly, I kind of thought that was a little bit messed up, but it just shows that, hey, she's kind of fucking money hungry just like I thought. But in this palette, you do get 9 colors, you do get a blush, and you do get a highlighter for $54. I do think that that's a decent price considering that it is an e-commerce brand. It is technically an indie brand. I do think that it should be a little bit cheaper, but hey, maybe that's just me being a fucking cheap bitch, and I'm used to things being a little bit cheaper, but I do think that that's a decent price. I don't know why the fuck I just did quotes right now. Decent. I don't know why the fuck I did that. Anyways, I do think it's a decent price. It's not totally outrageous. I do think it could be a little bit lower, but we're gonna go ahead and get this started. So if you guys don't know, this is actually my first ever Kylie product. So you guys are gonna get my initial reaction of it. I haven't swatched this palette, I haven't used it, I haven't seen any tutorials with it or anything like that, so you guys are gonna get my first impressions, and yeah, we're just gonna jump right into this and I'll show you guys what the palette looks like and show you the swatches. Okay, so this is what the palette comes in right here. It is just a little baby pink star covered cardboard sleeve, and we're gonna go ahead and open this up. So the actual palette itself, it feels heavy, it feels like really good quality, and I was a little bit scared at first considering that this is glitter. I thought that glitter would just be chunking off of it, but as you guys can tell, no glitter comes off of it, so I really do like that. Only because some palettes that have glitter on it, they do kind of chunk off and get all over the place, but this one doesn't, and it feels very sturdy and very heavy, so I definitely like that. So, opening up the palette right here, you get your 9 eyeshadows right here, and you get a mirror. Now, I will say, to me personally, I feel like this eyeshadow arrangement is kind of boring. It is a little bit basic, and I don't think that it is the most exciting palette. I definitely think the black could have gone because let's keep it real. We all have a black in our eyeshadow palettes. We all have a single eyeshadow, black eyeshadow. We all have a black eyeshadow. There's no need for there to be a black eyeshadow in here. I don't feel like it goes with it at all. Me personally, I would have loved to have seen a very deep plum shade right here because plums would have went really, really pretty with this burgundy shade and with these pink shades right here. But that's just my personal preference. So this is the blush and this is the highlighter right here. The highlighter actually looks beautiful. If you can't tell on camera, it is a very champagne slash bronze slash pinky highlight. So I'm really excited for that one because that actually to me looks really fucking pretty. The blush, you guys know me, I really don't like blush, but in this tutorial I'm gonna use it so that way I can show you guys how it works. So let's just go ahead and get started with the swatches right here. Let me go ahead and move this forward. Oh, fuck, you see my busted ass face in that corner. Let me go ahead and cover this because y'all don't wanna see my busted ass face. Now, starting this off, we're gonna go ahead and do a swatch with Birthday Girl. So I'm just gonna swirl that around a bit. First thing I will say, I don't know if you guys can notice, is the pan is swirling around in there, which means it is loose in there. It should not be swirling around. All right, so taking the shade Birthday Girl right there. That's actually a pretty shade. I don't know if you guys can tell. Let me see, let me move this camera up just a little bit more. There we go. So yeah, that's definitely a pretty shade right there. I like that. And then we're gonna take the shade Buttercream Frosting. To be dead honest with you guys, a shade like this, I never use in any of my palettes. I just feel like it's kind of just unnecessary. But there that goes. And yeah, that's pretty pigmented. And then we're gonna go in with the shade Party Time right here. This shade to me is really, really pretty. I'm definitely gonna be using that today. And there goes that. You could see a lot of fallout right there, but we'll see how it comes on the eye. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but it does look a little bit chalky. We'll see obviously once it goes on the eye. Then we're gonna go in with the shade Forever Young, which that shade right there looks like it has a shit ton of fallout. And there goes that. Yeah, as you guys can see right there, that shade I think is gonna be kind of chalky, kind of powdery, because that big ass chunk just clumped up right there. Then we're going in with the shade The New Black. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I kind of feel like her shade names are just really boring and kind of like not thought out and just kind of like, let me just throw a name on it, but that's just me. And we'll swap that right there. I mean, swatch that right there. That doesn't look so pigmented. Hopefully you guys can see on camera. It looks a little bit patchy in the swatch. And then we're gonna go in with the shade New Year, New Me, which this shade right here looked really pretty to me online, so hopefully it comes out as pretty as it looks right here. Oh yeah, that shade is really pretty and it feels very, very soft, like very buttery. So I think I'm gonna use that shade. We'll see right now, but that one looks really, really good. Then we're gonna go in with the shade 1942. I'm assuming that's the year Kris Jenner was born. I don't really know. And we're gonna swatch that right there. I don't even see that shade. Honestly, oh shit, look how, can you guys even see right there how fucking chalky that looks? How powdery. Okay, hopefully you guys can see in the corners of there, look how powdery that looks. And then we'll go ahead and put it right there. Oh, shit. Do you see that? Look at this. That shade specifically is super fucking powdery. Oh my gosh. Look inside the palette and see how much came off there. What the fuck? Okay. Well, that shade looks like a piece of shit. And then we're going to go in with the shade Celebrate right here. Look how the palettes swirl in there. I am not used to that whatsoever. But I don't know if that's how she does shit. Like I said, this is my first palette of hers. And I'm going to go ahead and swatch this up top here. And that shade is just like a basic bronze. Nothing too special about it whatsoever. Honestly, swatching this palette, it just looks boring to me. Very, very boring. But we'll have to see how it performs. Alright, then we're going in with the last eyeshadow shade here, which is Midnight. And we're going to swatch that right there. Okay, so that black is pretty pigmented. Looks very good. A little bit powdery, but let's see how it blends on in. Yeah, that's a pretty black shade. I actually kind of like that so far. Alright, then let's go ahead and swatch the blush. even though I really don't like blushes, but just in case you guys want to see. This is a really pale blush. Oh my god, do you guys see that? Well, let me put some more. That is super fucking pale. Like, it's probably really, really good for like really light skin tones, but I don't know if you guys can see how fucking ashy that looks. I'm gonna put just a smidge of it on so that way you guys can see how it looks on my cheeks, but I'm already not a fan of that. And then let's go ahead and go in with the shade Confetti. Oh shit, this is very soft. Okay, this I think is gonna be really pigmented because it's super, super soft. So let's go ahead and swatch that up here. Okay, now that shade looks absolutely beautiful. Holy shit. Okay, I'm a huge fan of that. I can't wait to put that on my cheeks because that looks beautiful. It has like a champagne pink tone to it that I know I'm gonna love. Definitely like that, and it feels like butter. Alright, so starting this off, I'm taking my MAC 224 brush. I will definitely say that these have a lot of kickback when I press into the palette, press into the palette, and I'm just taking that on in my crease as a transition shade. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk right now. Then I'm taking the shade Party Time on my Morphe M513. Okay, then just to deepen up the crease just a little bit, I'm taking the shade Midnight, which is the black, and I'm taking just a smidge of it because that shade is really pigmented. And I just want to deepen it up just a smidge, so we're just going to buff that on out with our Morphe M514. I forgot to mention in the beginning of this video, sorry if my eyes are like really red. I just came out of the shower and I was washing my face, and like the dumb bitch that I am, I got my face wash in my eyes, and I was like, oh my god, I come out and my eyes were like red as hell. So, no, I'm not high, unfortunately. Just kidding. But yeah, that's why my eyes were super red. Okay, then I'm taking the shade Midnight again, and I'm going to take that in the outer corner, and I'm going to take it up to the crease just a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to be taking the shade The New Black, which is the hot pink in there. Such a fucking corny ass name, trying to be like Orange is the New Black. But I'm just going to buff this on out. Okay, then I'm taking just a little tiny bit of my Shape Tape, and I'm gonna do a mini little cut crease. Not like too dramatic, I probably am gonna blend it on out, but just to give me a little bit more of a defined lid. Then I'm going to be taking the shade New Year, New Me on my 242 brush from MAC, and I'm going to spray that with a little bit of the Body Shop Hydrating Mist, so that way I get my brush a little bit damp. And I'm going to take this in the outer corner right here, and I'm going to take it all the way up to where I created that cut crease. And I'm going to be taking the shade Birthday Girl, and I'm going to be placing that right here in the center of my eye. And I'm going to be blending those two together, and then I'll move it forward. That shade right there is really pigmented. I really like that shade. Then I'm just going to be taking my Aqua XL black liner to line my lower lash line. And you know what? I was looking in the mirror right now, and there was a kind of a lot of fallout. I don't know if I was being too hard or what, but there was a shit ton of fallout, so definitely be careful. So then I'm going to be taking my Morphe M560 with the shade Midnight underneath that, and I'm just going to be buffing that on out. Then I'm taking the shade New Black on my Morphe M507. I really had to think about that. Okay, so I got that eye all completed. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera and pop on some lashes, and I'll be right back so we can complete this look. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take the blush from the palette. Now you can't even see it, and I am just gonna put a little bit of that on my cheeks, and I'm gonna see if it gives me any little bit of color. I honestly feel like this blush is just way too pale for me. I would have liked to seen, like, I don't know, something with a little bit of plumish, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, it just does nothing for me. But I mean, to be honest with you guys, I don't like blush anyways. My cheeks are so damn red as they are, so I don't like to put any more rosiness on top of them. And you know what I was thinking while I was like finishing up my other eye is, considering that the packaging is like so pretty and glittery, I was like, how come she didn't put a pink glitter shade inside her palette? Like, I think that would have been really pretty because it would have went with the theme. And on top of that too, since it's like a birthday one, but I feel like she just kind of sticks to her comfort zone and like just, I don't know, kind of like boring stuff in my personal opinion. But I mean, you guys know that I like some crazy ass dramatic shit, so I don't know if that's like an everyday consumers type of thing, but I would have liked to have seen something a little bit more like bam, you know? But I'm just a drag queen at heart. Okay, and now I'm just gonna be taking my Morphe M510 with the highlight shade. Oh shit. I have a feeling this is gonna be super pigmented. So much fallout just came out of there, so hopefully it doesn't get all over the place. But let's see. Oh shit, yep. That is extremely, holy shit, it's extremely pigmented. Woo! Now that I definitely like. So this I will for sure be using again. Okay, this highlight shade, it's called Confetti, by the way. I don't know if I said that earlier. I am a huge fan of, and I'm really fucking surprised. I can't believe I'm even saying that about a damn Kylie product, honestly. I really never thought that I would be buying her shit, only because, I mean, I said it before in previous videos, and I'm pretty sure I said it in the beginning of this video. I just feel like she's in it for all the wrong reasons, but hey, this shit is working well so far. This highlight shade is, oh, I did go a little bit overboard, you guys, honestly. I'm looking in the viewfinder and I'm like, holy fuck. I look like the fucking Tin Man's dick right now, for sure. Alright guys, so that completes my review slash tutorial using the Kylie I Want It All palette. To be honest with you guys, overall, I feel like the shadows worked really well. They were easy to blend. The pigmented shades that I like, or I mean the pigmented shades, the shades that I like the most were the Birthday Girl shade right here in this top left corner, my right. Honestly, that shade was super pigmented. This is the, I mean, that's the one that I have right here in the inner part of my eye. I really, really love that shade. That's honestly my favorite eyeshadow from this whole little eyeshadow collection. But my overall favorite thing is this highlighter. The highlighter is bomb. It's such a pretty shade too. It's like a bronzed pink, and I definitely think that'll look good on fair to medium deep skin tones. Honestly, I don't think it would be too practical for somebody with a deep dark skin tone because I think it may show up a little bit too light, but it is a super, super bomb highlight. I'm so shocked that I'm even fucking saying that. Like, honestly, I know I already said that, but I'm like super shocked because I just thought that I wouldn't like her stuff, and honestly, I feel overall the quality is good. I personally just would have liked to have seen something a little bit more like wow and a little bit more bam in your face. Considering the packaging is like super cute and glittery, I would have liked to have seen something pink and glittery inside of here to match the packaging and kind of show what it's all about. But that's just me. You guys know I'm a drag queen and I love, I mean, not really a drag queen, but you guys know what I mean. I like something that's more fun and bam in your face and, you know, pretty crazy. But overall, I definitely would use the palette again. To be honest with you, is it going to be my go-to palette? Definitely not. I feel like the shades are just very boring, but definitely I'm going to use it again. I will for sure be using that highlighter again. The highlighter is like wowing me right now. I absolutely love it. But overall, I definitely would recommend this palette to you guys. If you guys have it in your, you know, budget. I do think it is a little bit expensive, but I'm a cheap bitch. But if you guys do have it in your budget, then hey, I definitely recommend it. I feel like the shadows worked really good and you could create an awesome look with it. If you guys want to see me do a little bit more of a natural wearable look with this, go ahead and let me know and I'll definitely do that for you guys. But other than that, let's go ahead and wrap this video up, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. And I'm honestly trying my hardest to like pump out so many videos. So just please subscribe because it will really, really help me out. And yeah, I guess I'll just catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.